Hey guys, what's up, man? It's Heaven Sent Gaming here, and I put out a recent video on how to upgrade the chatterbox. At the time, I did it in real time just to experiment. I'm gonna do the same thing with this video, but it's gonna be a little different. So, what I did in that video was I deconstructed my Liberty, which should be right here. Let's see where to go. Just bear with me. Oh, that's why. Alright, so yeah, I deconstructed this, and as you can see, you can't, unless you unmark it as a favorite, so you can do this. So what happens when you deconstruct this, you get two exotic components that you're able to craft. You don't need all the pieces to craft. So in other words, if I just show you here, in case you're not familiar with it, if we go to the crafting table, and let's say we want to craft a weapon. We want to craft an exotic weapon, right? Okay, so let's stick with the Liberty. So you see now, in order to make the Liberty, for instance, you need to have pistol receiver and paint job, sight and rail, grips and tags, trigger mechanism. But when you go to upgrade it, you're gonna have, you just need this here. You need to have a D50, and you need one exotic part. Now, how do you get this? Is you get these exotic parts from breaking down any exotic item. So when I made the video of how to upgrade the chatterbox, I broke down the Liberty, and I gave me two of these components, and I was able to upgrade the chatterbox. So in order to get the Liberty back, I had to start over from scratch to get these parts back and do the missions over, and of course find a D50. So you really don't want to do that if you're just trying to upgrade an exotic weapon. So you want to break down something that's you're really not going to use. So that applies for any of the exotics that you're going to do, and I'll show it to you right now. So for instance, I can upgrade this right here if I want to, because I have the pestilence. It's in my inventory, but I don't want to. So I don't have any more exotic parts, and I would like some because I have a feeling I'm going to want to, I'm going to want to upgrade something in the future. So what you do here is you go straight to your inventory. Now, I got this from the Dark Zone. Actually, I had two of them. I gave one away, a shared one with a buddy of mine. But if you go here to your weapons, you'll notice that when it's starred as a favorite, you cannot break it down. But if you unstar it, you'll see on favorite, you'll see that you can deconstruct it. So you obviously don't want to do that with this one. So you want to leave it as a favorite. Now, for some reason, the lullaby, I had somebody ask me in a comment, can you deconstruct the lullaby and get to two exotic weapons? And the answer is, I don't know, because when I click on it, it doesn't give me the option to deconstruct it. The same thing here with the level 1. For some reason, I can't deconstruct the lullaby, which is fine, because I already upgraded it to the 500, and I use it from time to time, even though I'm not a big shotgun fan. Here's a Nemesis. Now, this one I wouldn't want to, deconstruct. So, like I said, you don't want to do that, because if, let's say, World Tier 6 comes out, or the Raid comes out, or they raise it to 550, you'll need this in order to upgrade it. Otherwise, you have to start from scratch to obtain the actual weapon again. So let's show you what I mean. You saw that I have no components right now. And how you can check that is if you go into your inventory, in your resources, right here, you'll see that there's no exotic components right now. So, not to scare you guys, don't break down something that you don't want to break down. But for instance, let's just do this in real time. So here, the pestilence now. This weapon I don't use. I can upgrade it to 500, but it's still going to be worthless for me. So I got two, like I said, from the Dark Zone, so I can get another one. So here's one here. We take this, we can deconstruct it. It's going to ask, are you sure? Deconstruct, confirm. And what does it give me? It gives me two exotic components. So now it's gone from my inventory. I no longer have it, but I can get it back again if I go to the Dark Zone and obtain it. And it's good to do that because it's nice to have exotic components. But if we check our inventory now, you'll see under resources that here they are. and they just stay in your inventory. So it's just good to have, because now if I want to open up the menu here and I want to create a weapon, let's say I want to create an exotic weapon now. Alright, I need to have a 250, so because I have it, this won't work. But let's say this one, for instance, now I have the parts, right? But because I destroyed my pestilence, I actually need the actual gun in order to upgrade it. But I don't care about that. For this one here, it's the same thing. I would have to go here to, let's go to, let me scroll down, 490, here. So here it is here. So you see now, for me to do this over, I need these parts again. And for here, for me to do this, I have the required components, but now I don't have the 250 score. So if I got rid of this, I would have to start over from the beginning, get the 250, and then upgrade it. So if you haven't upgraded any of your weapons yet to 500, like I said, you can break down any of the exotics. You'll get 2 components, which are right here, but don't do it with a weapon that you want to obviously upgrade, because you need to have the weapon. So I'll put a link to the first one that I made, because that one was still a pretty cool video. I mean, it helped a lot of people out, but I think if I had the pestilence at that time, I wouldn't have broke down. I would have done the pestilence instead of the liberty. So that's my point, is that do the least possible weapon that you care about if you're going to break down an item. So that's how you break it down, and then from there you know how to craft it now, and you should be good to go. If you know where to, if you want to look where to find it, like I said, the occupied dark zone, I got 2 from the occupied dark zone, and one from the occupied and 1 from the non. So it doesn't matter, I guess it doesn't matter which one you go. An hour of farming there, and you should be able to pick it up if you're lucky. Sometimes you just can't get it. You have no choice. But I'm sure if you do it for about 2 hours, you'll pick up one, and then you just can go and break it down like you just saw me do, and you'll have your exotic parts. So there you have it, right? All right, man. So have a good luck, guys, doing that, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, man.